So how did it go from being a single book? Jesus refers to it as the book of Moses, and yet we have it divided into 5 sections. Well, the first reference I could find of a divided Pentateuch was from a Jewish philosopher out of the city of Alexandria, Egypt in the 1st century. This was a guy by the name of Philo, and he lived during the time of Jesus. Philo was a non-believer, and he was writing about the religion of the Hebrews, and one of his books is entitled About Abraham. And in his book, he mentions that the book of Moses was divided into 5 sections. Now, why would they divide it? Well, my guess is that it happened organically. How so? Well, consider this. Do you remember the Qumran caves where we got the Dead Sea Scrolls? Those were discovered in 1947. Well, in the caves of the Dead Sea Scrolls, they found a copy of the book of Isaiah that was written before the time of Jesus, and it's called the Great Isaiah Scroll. Here it is on the screen. This is an actual scroll written before the time of Jesus, and it's written on 17 pieces of parchment that have been sewn together. So what we guess, and this is a reasonable guess, is that the book of Moses was so big that it couldn't be fit on a single scroll. So what they did is they divided it into 5 scrolls. So when they were traveling, they would have an area where they held the scrolls, and there would be the first scroll, the second, the third, and it was divided up organically by scroll. And over time, if someone says, oh, we need to read the law today, well, which one are we going to read? Well, let's read out of the third one, the third scroll. And then later on, they attached names to them. And they would typically use the first line of the scroll to name it. So in the first scroll, the first word is Bereshit, which means in the beginning. So the Jews have typically called what we call Genesis, Bereshit, in the beginning.